Hey guys, Sarge here. For this episode of Guns That I Want, we're going to be taking a look at the Glock 43X and the Glock 48. More importantly, the new models that Glock just released, the MOS model. So, with the MOS models, from what I'm understanding, is all the MOS models will be coming out with that optics cut in them and with the rail system. I don't think, from what was released at least, that they're just going to sell just a rail system model. I kind of wish that they would. Not everybody wants to carry a red dot on their pistols, so whatever. I'm kind of interested in that. I wish that they would do it for guns like the 26 or the other kind of smaller Glocks, but it's awesome that they're doing it with the 43X and the 48. Another thing that I am not too sure about is if the rail system on the 43X and 48 will fit a Streamlight Terrell 1 or like Surefire XC1, XC2, something to that effect. I'm not too sure with the size of that rail what lights would actually fit it, but very cool to have a small compact pistol and have that light capability for your self-defense concealed carry pistol. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that, okay, because I've been reading a lot of stuff on it in some of the different forums, things like that, where individuals are saying, oh, well, Glock's late to the party, they never have innovation, they never do this, they never do this, why did they wait so long for this? And it's kind of like, okay, but if they didn't do it, you would be talking about them needing to do it. So now they did it, and you just don't like the time frame they did it in, but at least they've done it, right? I know for me, if I wanted to get a smaller framed pistol that was capable of using a red dot, I would choose a Glock 43X or a Glock 48 over a P365 and over a Hellcat any day of the week. Okay, and that's not even a question. I'm a huge 1911 guy. I like Berettas, whatever it is. But out of all my pistols that I have yet to find something that just works to the same capabilities as Glock. So, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want to do with that, right? But that's just how I feel about it. So I think the fact that they are doing it, I think that is awesome. I'm sure they're going to sell well. And I'm more interested in seeing what kind of light could you put on a pistol like that, because that'll probably be the one I'm going to pick up. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments. For the next pistol, and this one is actually from a viewer who commented in the last video. What are your all's thoughts with H&K as a company? The reason why I bring it up, there seems to kind of be like, I mean, they're almost like Glock. You either like H&K or you don't like H&K. There's no in between with them. And from a lot of the people that I've talked to, they're more on the I don't like H&K side. But the pistol we're going to talk about is the P30. It is their polymer framed hammer fired pistol. I personally have shot a P30 SK, which is their version of it's like the Glock 26 size. Hammer fired polymer frame little pistol. It was a very pleasant gun to shoot. Okay, I also shot the VP9 and had absolutely no issues with it. On the shooting and performance side, it was fun, right? Me personally, not my first choice of pistols. So let me know what you guys think when it comes to the whole H&K kind of polymer frame lineup. But more specifically, what do you think about the P30? Do you think that the P30 would that be your front runner to a Bred 92 or to a P226? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, to the video and the channel. Leave your guns down in the bottom, guys, and we'll talk about them and kind of get that conversation generated. The P30 was the one this week, and I have looked at the P30. I think it was like the law enforcement officer edition or something like that, where it was just double action only. Very interested in. I think it could be a good gun, but their aftermarket side kind of is what leads me not to want to go with them. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching the Guns That I Want. There's something else I want to talk to you guys about real quick. When it comes to situations that have currently been taking place, I think it's more important now than ever to ensure that you are carrying medical equipment. In my personal opinion, medical equipment is probably going to be used in more cases than your actual firearm itself. But if you are making the decision to carry something that could possibly end a life, you should also be able to save lives, okay? And that's a big part of being a responsible carrier. Even if you don't want to carry a gun, you should still carry a form of medical equipment. I'm normally not a big bag guy, right? But what I'm going to be doing, let me know down in the comments if you guys would like to see a full detailed video of everything that I keep inside of this. But this is a Gray Ghost Gear hideout bag. So far, I've been very impressed with it. Quality product, great overall item, and it is what I'm using to keep all of my medical equipment inside of, and you guys can see how small it is. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm just walking around with a small bag. It doesn't look, overly tactical. It really doesn't give too much away, guys, and it gives me the peace of mind of knowing I have my medical equipment. Having the medical equipment is like having a firearm. If you don't know how to use it, it's really not going to do you the amount of good that you want it to. Okay, so if you guys have not sought out medical training, go and find some of those individuals. There are a lot of great medical trainers out there, and I would look for the ones, obviously depending on what you guys specifically want, but I would gear my focus towards a lot of those combat medics or combat medical training, trauma training. That's what I would look at. Your CPR classes and things like that, those are fantastic for what they are. But do not confuse those with trauma training or, some sort of combat medical training. Okay, those are not going to be the same, and those are not going to be what you're going to possibly encounter in some of these situations. So, as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Let me know if you guys would like to see a full detailed video of me with this Gray Ghost Gear hideout bag. I've liked it so far, guys. Thank you again for watching this episode of Guns That I Want, where we talked about the Glock 43X, the Glock 48, and the HK P30, and kind of the VP9 as well. I greatly appreciate the support. We have a lot more traffic coming into the channel, and guys, I appreciate it quite a bit. So thank you, guys. What I'm going to start doing at the end of all my videos is putting a brief kind of course lecture that I do. So when you guys see that at the video, that's what it is. It is just a course lecture that at some of my pistol rifle courses that I teach, or home defense courses, I give them about a 30-minute lecture time with the range time, just to kind of build in the mindset piece, and that's all it is. So they're just kind of brief cut-ups of that. I hope you guys enjoy them. Let me know what you all think. As always, guys, stay tuned for more. Sarge out. I'm about to find the Cabbage Patch Kids and the Wizard of Oz. All of that is bogus. You can have your whole finger through the trigger and hit dead center. So you didn't hit dead center. You're shooting low and left because of your grip. And we're going to work through that here in a second, okay? But if you change your grip up, that grouping is going to go to probably about an inch to inch and a half with very little trouble. Think about it like this, right? When we actually start thinking through it. What difference does it make what part of your fingers is conducting the rearward motion? It doesn't matter, right? Because I've always been taught I can only press a trigger with the tip of my finger, with only the pad. Well, then I started thinking about, well, if I'm doing the same motion, why does it matter what part of my finger is doing the motion? So is it the lack of a proper grip securing the firearm, locking it in place, or is it because of the finger getting stuck out too far? Why can I not always be ready to go into a gunfight? Well, because that's a range mindset. You can't just be ready for, yes I can. What do you mean I can't always be ready to be in a gunfight? I can 100% be ready at all times. Well, how do you do that? Pay attention. Are you carrying a gun and you just don't pay attention to what's going on around you? I'll tell you right now what I do every time I go anywhere. I look for the situations where there's a lot of people, right? Or there's, hey, what's that guy doing? What's that? I make it a game in my head, like where's Waldo, but for terrorism. Okay? And I look for, that was funny, guys, laugh. No. I will force laughter. No, just kidding. That's my next class. But, so that's stuff to think about, right? If I had to draw my gun right now, could I?
If I had to draw my gun right now, who's in my way? And that's things that we need to be thinking about as responsible carriers. Okay, hey, if I had to draw my gun and shoot that person, who's behind them? Because a lot of people don't think about that. When what we don't want to have happen is somebody who's a concealed carrier sees somebody draw their gun, they draw it and shoot them, miss them because they've never shot that far before in real life for accuracy, and they end up hitting the kid behind them. So little Timmy did not need to be killed by you. Okay? Alright, but think about that, right? Think about that. Okay, hey, what angle would I need to get to? If something were to happen right now, where can I move to? Right? So that's why, but I do it all the time. If I'm at a stop sign, stoplight, if I'm not moving, guess what? I'm doing it more. I'm doing it twice as much because I am at a vulnerable position, right? If someone wanted to do something to me, do you think it's while I'm driving 70 miles an hour on the highway? Probably not, right? It's probably while I'm stopped, getting in, getting out of the vehicle, walking in, walking out of somewhere, stop while I'm reading something, looking at something. That's probably when they're going to do it, right? Because they see that our guard is down. What I assure you of is if you look like you're constantly paying attention to stuff, you're probably less likely to be a target, right? Because when